here in the SSBL. Starting things off today with the Angels and the Cyclones. All these games important for the Angels. They're trying to keep pace with the Skulls of Rock for that final playoff spot. Need a win here today, but are facing against Kyle Edwards. But their work cut out for him, and Edwards starts things off with a strikeout. Neuenmuller to the plate. Into foul territory, and O'Brien makes the catch there for out number 2. And Emily Prentice comes up. Two and two the count. Swing and a miss. Edwards gets a 1-2-3 inning. And we'll see the Cyclones for the first time. Kelly Rose and Vern Knight Jr. due up. Sin-Soo Woo on the mound for the Angels. That one just misses the line. 2-2 here to Doug Kelly. And strike 3 called. Kelly gets rung up there. Rose puts that one down into center field, and we have our first base runner of the game. Rose has definitely come on a bit offensively throughout the later part of the season. Started off the season a bit rough, but has at least pumped his batting average up to about $158. I think he has a couple of hits that aren't accounted for over the past few weeks as well. Can round off the defense a bit. Feel like he could be a strong player moving forward for the organization. Vern Knight Jr., though, strikes out swinging 2 away, and here's Timber Woods. Timber Woods just 5 for 36 on the year, $193 average-wise. Swing and a miss. Woo gets the strikeout. Strikes out all 3 outs, and we head to the top of the second. 4, 5, 6 due up for the Angels. For Kyle Edwards this year, 9 earned through 16 innings. A 5.06 ERA and a 1.56 whip. That one's past Kelly and trickles into right field and goes into the corner. And that will be a leadoff double for the Angels. Popped up center field. Chungus Amungus will make the catch there. That's out number 1. Anakin recovers on the pass ball, and no one advances. 2-1 the count to Uno Dia. Swing and a miss there. 2-2. Swing and a miss. 2 away now. Here is Otani Bonani. Bonani 12 for 38, 316 on the year. Calvert's, though, locked in here. And a swing and a miss. Benani goes down. And we'll head to the bottom of the second. Yoshida, Mannequin, and O'Brien due up. As for Sinsu Wu, oh, sounded loud, but foul. 10 earned through 14 and a third for a 6.28 ERA and a 1.95 whip. Two and two the count to Kevin Mannequin. Another one foul. And strike three called. And Mannequin will sit down. And Wu is locked in. And swing and a miss. O'Brien goes down. And we'll head to the top of the third. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Grounder to Rose. Makes the stop. Tosses it to Kelly in time for out number one. And here is your front runner for MVP, Wash Jotley. He pops this one up into shallow center field. It's actually Yoshida making the catch there for out number two. We're back to the top of the order, Emma Milstein. 4 strikeouts for Edwards through 2 2/3 already. Edwards' highest strikeout count this year was 9 back in week 5. Does have a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio, as Milstein does draw the walk there, 21-4. His first walk since that second start of the season. And Neuenmuller strikes out swinging, and we head to the bottom of the third. 8-9-1 due up for the Cyclones. See if the Cyclones can get anything kick-started here in the home half of the third. Jabron Lames at the plate. Wu has struck out every out except for one so far. 5 Ks through 6 outs. 3-1 the count to Lames. That one just finds his own for a full count. Grounded to Milstein. Throw is in time for out number one. Good battle one there by Wu. Another one to Milstein. In time for out number two. Into left, and that will be caught by Wally. And we'll go to the top of the fourth. Prentice, Henry, and Bjornsson due up. Excuse me. And the Prentice up to the plate, batting a .190 on the season. And gets struck out looking there, one away. Grounder to Yoshida, takes it off a hop. In time to Kelly for out number 2, and here's Bjorn Bjornsson. 324 average, 11 for 34. Two and two the count. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 7 for Edwards. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. Rose, Vern Knight Jr. and Timber Woods due up. Up the middle. Oh, nice diving stop by Milstein. The throw not in time, though. Heck of an attempt there, though, by Milstein. Infield single. It's one aboard now for Vern Knight Jr. Runners going, but it's fouled off by Vern Knight Jr. 0-2 the count. Strike 3 called down. He goes one away. I believe that's strikeout number 6 for Wu. Oh, and the Dragon special by Newellmore there, the catch and tag, and led to the top of the 5th. Just 3 hits combined in this one so far, but 13 strikeouts combined. Somewhat uncharacteristic for the Angels, as they are second in the league in batting average at .312, and a strikeout rate that is on the better half of things in the league at 27%. Get off runner board now for the Angels. Start off the top of the 5th, just their 3rd base runner of the evening. Edwards, though, stays locked in, though, with Bonani at the plate. Very important game for the Angels here, not only trying to keep chase with the Skulls in the playoff race, but then after this, they face off against the second round of divisional matchups, Unicorns, Wildcats, Mythic in some order. And that's just a tough gauntlet for the Angels, with very little margin for error to get the wins when they can. This is definitely a winnable game for them. But Edwards making it difficult for them, but that pitch count definitely elevated, and that's a walk, 2 on, and only 1 out here for the Angels. And who else other than Wash Jotley up to the plate? RBI man active, a chance for the Angels here to break through. 1-1 the count. Swing gonna miss there, 1-2. Right to Yoshida. He makes the snag for out number 2, and we go back to the top of the order. Emma Milstein. Fouls off the first pitch. That's inside. Ball inside. 2-2 the count. Strike 3 called! Edwards gets the K, gets out of the jam, and sends us to the bottom of the 5th. Yoshida, Mannequin, and O'Brien due up. That's inside. Yoshida fouling things off here. Right back to the mound. And Wu to Newellmore in time. popped up center field. Easy play here for Prentice. And she makes the catch for out number 2. O'Brien, one of the few stronger bats in this lineup. 10 for 36 on the year, 278 average. Doesn't chase, 2-1 the count. Fouled off 2-2. Ooh, dangerous take there. But grounds one over to Newland-Muller. She'll take it herself for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for Wu. And we'll go to the top of the 6th. Newland-Muller, Prentice, and Carol Henry due up. We'll see if Edwards can pull a first for this season. He has not made it through the 6th inning all season. His longest outing was last time he was out against the Moonshots. He went 5 2/3. And that's not the way to start it off with a base hit into right. Two and 1 to Prentice. Strike 2 called. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8 for Edwards. 1 away. Pitch count up to 90 here. Runner going, but it's fouled off by Henry, so 1-2 the count. Yoshida backhanded snag and turns the Dragons special 4-6-3, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. And Edwards has his longest start of the season. Wu, on the other hand, lasting longer than average as he gets the strikeout to start off the bottom of the 6th. Went 3 innings his first game, lasted 7 in his second start, but then only lasted 4 1/3 in his most recent outing. Chungus Amungus. A 1-2 count here. And strikes him out, and the mojo up on Wu with 8 Ks. He's going to be on fire. Full count to Doug Kelly. Fouls it off. This one's into left. Towering fly ball at the wall is Watley, and it's caught by Watley for out number 3. Just missed the home run by a couple of feet. And we head to the top of the 7th, still scoreless here. Bjornsson gets pulled in favor of Tina Tygo to lead things off in this inning. Just 4 plate appearances for Tygo this year, 2 for 4. Ahead in the count, 3-1. Fouls it off on pitch 100 from Edwards. Back to the mound, Edwards scoops it. Goes to first in time for out number 1. They're going to try and get everything out of Edwards that they can. This Cyclones bullpen is basically non-existent. 3-1 to Uno Dia now. It's strike 2 called. Fouls that one off. Swing and a miss. Edwards gets on fire, but probably won't get to face a batter with it. As Alfonso Sims comes into the game, 10 strikeouts for Edwards. A season high for him. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 0-2 the count. Grounded to third. Rose scoops it. Throw is in time for out number 3. Into the bottom half we go. Rose, Knight Jr., and Woods due up. Looking to try and break this scoreless tie here in the bottom of the 7th. Rose having a day so far. He's 2 for 2. Donnie JT will come in behind the plate. Placing Tygo, who replaced Bjornsson. So both starting pitchers reach on fire. That's definitely a rarity. Tyrese Rose pokes one into the outfield, and that's going to roll into the wall as Prentice not able to cut that one off. And a leadoff double for the Cyclones. And Woo gets a pull. In comes Walter Malone. A little surprising. The pitch count was high, but he still had a good thing going. But Malone comes in now. Oh, that's a dangerous turnaround there. But, I mean, smart thing to do, but could have easily been tagged out or thrown out there. So one away, Timber Woods comes up. At least 7 outings for Milan this season. 6 earned through 21 innings, a 2.57 ERA. A very institutional part of why the Angels are where they are so far. He has 2 down, but the go-ahead run 90 feet away for Kazuto Yoshida. A big at-bat here. Yoshida 286 on the year, just 3 RBIs. A huge time for another one. 1-2 the count. Grounded to third. Uno Dia, the throw in time for out number 3. And we go to the top of the 8th, still scoreless. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Angels. Oh. Big swing there, but it's foul. Dexteras wanted that one. And then puts that one down into right. So Dexteras gets on board to start off the top of the 8th. And brings up Wash Jotley. 0 for 2 so far today. This one's into left, back it goes, and that's going to be off the wall. Jabron Lames catches it off the wall. But it's a double for the Angels and Wash Jotley, and now the Angels are in business. 2 in scoring position and nobody out here. That's down. 1-2 the count to Milstein. Fouls it off. Infield playing in. And that one's through. That's going to score at least 1. And the Angels take the lead here in the top of the 8th, 1-0. Uh-oh. 1-1 now to Neuenmuller. Still nobody out, and the Angels with runners at the corners. Swing and a miss from Neuenmuller. She gets retired. 1 away. Emily Prentice tints an 0 for 3. Into left, but that's going to be deep enough for the runner to tag. And it'll be 2-0 Angels. That gets away from Mannequin. Runner will advance to second now. Full count here to Carroll Henry. Round it to Kelly, and he'll take it himself for out number 3. But the Angels played a pair, lead 2-0 going into the bottom of the 8th. Mannequin O'Brien and Jabron Lames 2 up, a combined 0 for 6 so far today. Popped up into center field. Prentice calling for it. Makes the catch, round number 1. Grounded right to Dia. In time for round number 2. Brings up Jabron Lames. Two here to Lames. Fouling off quite a few pitches here from Milan. Popped up, right field. And it's Bonani making the catch for out number 3, and we'll head to the top of the 9th. Still 2-0 in favor of the Angels. 5, 6, 7 due up in the order. Donnie JT strikes out swinging there. 1 down. Uno Dia to the plate. One and 2. Grounded short. Woods is there. Throws it in time for out number 2. And Norioru will come in to try and get the final out of the 9th. And Aru will walk the first batter he faces. Except Ruby Green Dexteras. And shock of all shocks, Aru can't find the zone. Has walked a pair. And that will load the bases. Norioru is one of the biggest disgraces to the SSBL. I'm just going to come out and say that. He has thrown 1 strike in 17 pitches. Good God. He just walked in a run, coming in with 2 outs and nobody on. He's walked 3 and... ridiculous. Oh my God. Well, so much for that one. .489 feet. Holy crap. In the blink of an eye, it went from manageable to unbelievable. And mercifully, it comes to an end. We'll head to the bottom of the ninth.
Down. Ball inside.
2-1 to Doug Kelly. He's tense and 0 for 3 today. That one's going to be foul. And wait, how did Among Us get on board? I wasn't even paying attention. Did Among Us get a hit? I mean, regardless, that's the first time he's been on base all season. Angels win 7 runs combined in the 8th and 9th innings. Among Us got a hit! Among Us got a hit! An absolute modern miracle. Five earned runs for Aru in a third of an inning. Way to go, champ. Win goes to Milan. Was nearly perfect through the last 3 innings. Only 1 hit, and that hit to Chungus Among Us. Okay. Edwards gets top billing with Noonmore with the grand slam, kind of sneaks in there, and then Sin-Soo Woo, the starting pitcher for the Angels, also gets honors. How many strikeouts do we have combined? 22. Seems appropriate. That's going to do it for game number 1, an important game on the other side of things. The Vikings fighting for the division with the Express, and then the Dragons also trying not to get shut out of the playoffs as well. So stay tuned for game number 2. You're watching the Ssbl on Twitch. And here we go, Dragons and the Vikings here in Shaka. Every game important pretty much here down the stretch for both these teams. Gardner Minshew on the mound here for the Vikings. Popped up into right, and I'll be caught by Happy Gilmore.
The second baseman, number 12.
So let's take a look at the heroic standings. Dragons right now sitting in the basement of the Evolution, which is not exactly the worst thing to say. Dragons sitting at 5-7 right now. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Gardner Minshew. We'll go to the bottom of the first. We'll see the Vikings for the first time.
Second baseman, number 9.
It doesn't get much easier for the Dragons. They face the Vikings in this one. Gauchos next week, and then finish off with the Walkers and the Wrong Fielders. This one is popped up, but in not no man's land, as Homer Runs makes a nice play there, one away. Do some ting on the mound. That's a strikeout of Evangeline. 2 down on Kennings Jr. up to the plate. That's a 1-2-3 inning for both starting pitchers, and we'll head to the top of the second. Vikings trying to keep pace with the Express. Express winners of 3 out of the last 4. And right now have a half-game lead over the Vikings in the Legends division. It's going to come down to that last rotation of division games to crown a champion in this division. Lumberjacks just a bit behind, but did lose earlier this week. So sitting at 6-7. Could be 2 back with 3 to play. But they could play an important part of crowning the champion. Still not out of the reach for them as well. 2 gone here. Minshew already locked in. Rounder 2 Reed. In time for round number 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. Fryshek, Amir Williams, and Po Boy do up.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 60.
Let's take a look at Do Some Teen. Eight earned through 12 and 2/3, a 5.68 ERA. Out of the reach, and 0-2 the count to Amir Williams. Looks like we're missing a game of pitching. We don't have records for Ting's third start, so I need to remedy that. Four. 3. Top of the third already. Full count to Betancourt. And strike 3 called. Minshew rings him up there. Or her up there. As for Minshew, 5 earned through 16 innings. A 2.81 ERA. Long run for Reed, but tracks it down for out number 2. As a 1.125 whip. 20 strikeouts to 6 walks. Most of those earned runs came in his second start. 4 earned through just 3 1/3 for Minshew back in week 5. Oh, a tough dive from Williams. And we have our first hit of the game. Vikings did end up winning that game against the Knights 14-8. So a runner aboard now for Will Freishak. Two and two the count. Freishak making him work for it. Pops it up into right field. Vikings converge, but it's Happy Gilmore making the catch for out number 3. And we'll head to the bottom of the third.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 26.
Grounded up the middle. Jackson takes it off a hop. In time, 1 away.
Now back, the catcher, number 45.
Star in time to Pastry for 2 away.
The second baseman, number 9.
And Reed gets rung up there, and we'll head to the top of the 4th. Both teams manage a hit in the 3rd, but can't score any runs. That's 2, 3, 4 due up in the order. Oh, and that's a beanball. That's not good for Minshew.
The first baseman, number 21.
No time's a good time for a beanball, but this is about the worst time you could have planned for it. Minshew was cruising. Instead of being locked in, he's tense and gives up a walk. So 2 on and nobody out here. Noah Walker. To the plate. Three and 1 the count. Fouled back. Swing and a miss. Very important strikeout for Minshew there. His mojo gets boosted back to neutral. Still faces a bit of a jam. 2 on, only 1 out. G.H. Jackson at the plate. She pops it up into right field. Happy Gilmore makes the catch for out number 2. No one tags. And here is Duke Town. Duketown 10 for 38 this year, 263 average. Does have 4 homers under his belt and 12 RBIs. And that one's going to be through the right side of the infield. Runner's going to round third, head for home. The throw to the plate is not in time, and the Dragons take a 1-0 lead on the RBI single from Duketown. This one back to the mound. Minshew gets it to first in time for out number 3. But the Dragons do play to run. We go to the bottom of the 4th now. 2, 3, 4 due up in the order for the Vikings. Tough dive there for Starr at third, and it trickles into left. And Evangeline will be aboard. Grounder short. This could be 2. Jackson to runs, and runs not in time. Just get the lead run there. Popped up behind, well, not behind, but in foul territory. That's caught for out number 2. Face off now against Amir Williams. And the moon. 2-2 here. Fouled back. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Still 1-0 in favor of the Dragons. As they try to get back to as they try and climb back to 500, it'd still be a game under. Ojo back up for Minshew there. Been flirting with tense and neutral ever since the beanball. A strikeout of Harry Shelton, 2 away. Up the middle, Amir Williams in time for out number 3, and we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Oh boy, Judd French and Happy Gilmore due up for the Vikings.
The left fielder, number 15.
This one under the glove of G.H. Jackson at short. And the runner will be aboard, brings up Judd French.
Number 41.
This one into left. Deep it goes, but not quite deep enough here for Shaka. That one doesn't even really make the warning track for out number 1. Swing and miss there. That's out number 2 for Do Some Team.
The catcher, number 45.
That one's into right. This one might be business. It's deep, and that one is gone. It's off the railing. And the Vikings take a 2-1 lead. 409 feet into right field. Kazuo Miyuki with the 2-run shot.
The second baseman, number 9.
Ting bounces back with the strikeout of Reed. Not before giving up the lead 2-1 now as we enter the top of the 6th.
Second baseman, number 12. Now pitching.
Minshew's day is done, and the ball gets handed over to Tammy John. Wow, she's made an appearance in every game for the Vikings. He's accumulated 20 innings this season and only given up 2 earned runs. A sub-1 ERA and a sub-1 whip, but does walk the first batter she faces. Throw to second, not in time, so the tying run in scoring position now for French Pastry. Slow grounder. Reed gobbles it up, throws it to short stacks in time for out number 1, but the tying run just 90 feet away now. Still playing normal. I wonder if we'll see a bunt made by attempt here by Walker. There is good speed on the runner at third, but it's put into play, and that will tie us the game at 2 apiece.
The shortstop, number 7.
So some small ball played there by the Dragons. We have a tie game here at 2 apiece here in the top of the 6th with 2 outs. Tough out for G.H. Jackson, grounded to short. Amir Williams is there. Throws in time for out number 3, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Short stacks Ron Kenny Jr. and Liam Freishak do up.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 5.
That's up the middle, and short stacks is aboard for the second time today.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 16.
One and 2 the count here to Ron Kennings Jr. Rounded to short, G.H. Jackson to second for 1. Runs with the Dragon special. 6-4-3 go the Dragons. They pulled their namesake, and it's 2 away now. One and 2 here to Liam Freishak. Up the middle. Home runs in time for out number 3, and we'll head to the top of the 7th, tied at 2 apiece. And a big game for both teams. I don't think it's mathematical elimination for the Dragons, but it is definitely do or die time for them. That's off the glove of Tammy John. Oh, but still thrown out in time for out number 1.
Number 25.
Nice play there by Freishak for out number 2.
The third baseman, number 6.
And Reed Finishes off the 1-2-3 inning. Bottom half we go. So yeah, the elimination number for the Dragons right now sits at 3. With Liberty being the last team in. Ting starts off the top of the 7th with a strikeout. Or the bottom of the 7th, excuse me. 8 Ks for Ting already. Having himself his best outing of the season. In the first start of the year, though, he did go 7 1/3 and strike out 9, so maybe not quite there yet, but definitely up there. His other 2 were not noteworthy, but that one's into the gap. That's going to be trouble. Runner's headed for third. Duketown up with it. Runner's going to round third, head for home. The throw to Jackson is not going to be in time, and the Vikings retake the lead. 3-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Judd French will get pulled for a pinch runner. Petunia Tippy Cup comes in for relief. Slow roller too short. Jackson throws it to first for round number 2. So Judd French with the RBI double, giving the Vikings the lead here. Swing and a miss. We go to the top of the 8th. Vikings retake the lead 3-2. 9-1-2 to up for the Dragons. Amy John on for her 3rd inning of work. Amy John has only gone 3 innings twice this season. Week 5 and week 7. Swing and a miss. An ugly swing there by Shelton. Route number 1. Top of the order, Will Freishak 0 for 3. But 15 for 46 on the season. 326. But skies it into left. Oh boy is there for out number 2. Homer Runs has reached first base a couple of times unconventionally. Look to do it the old-fashioned way here with a base hit. The trifecta of reaching first base. But grounds it to short. Stacks, who takes it herself for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Last chance for the Vikings to get some insurance. It's the top of the order due up. Petunia Tippy Cup on the year, not great. 10 earned through 9 innings. A 10-point ERA. And a 2.22 whip. Giving up 5 home runs on the season. So giving up almost 1 in each of her outings, except for 1 where she only lasted a third of an inning. Two gone, Ron Kenny Jr. at the plate. Tense and 0 for 3 on the day. Rounded to third. A tough dive there by Starr. He can't make the play. And Kennings will be aboard. He's up Liam Freishak now. First base runner Tippy Cup has given up in relief. Goes on Tippy Cup with a 3-1 count. Swing and a miss there. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Full count. Swing and a miss. We'll head to the top of the ninth. 3, 4, and 5 due up. Dragons just need one to tie. That's French pastry to lead things off. Tammy John locked in. That's a rare stat line to see in the SSBL. An earned run with no hits. Full count to pastry. Puts out of play. And he will draw a walk, so tying run on base. Noah Walker comes to the plate, 0 for 3. And John gets pulled in favor of Squirrel McDuff. McDuff just 1 earned through 6 innings so far this year. Just 3 appearances from him so far. 2-2 the count. A-man active on McDuff. Slow roller. Reed scoops it up, throws it to short, sacks in time for out number 1. But Pastry does move into scoring position here for G.H. Jackson. He's 0 for 3 today. Runner going for third, and oh, it's in the dirt! So the tying run just 90 feet away. Tough out versus K-Man. Oh, and the runner heads home. Hot grounder to the third. You don't send the runner, but can't do anything about it. So 2 outs now, runner on first. Last chance for the Dragons here. And it's broken bat popped up. The Vikings will survive here with a 3-2 win and draw even with the Express in the Legends division. The RBI double from Judd French being the difference. Just 2 hits for the Dragons today. Harry Shelton and Duke Town. 7 hits for the Vikings, a pair from short stacks. And then Miyuki with a home run as well, the 2-run shot that put the Vikings on the board at beginning. Loss goes to Ting, 3 earned through 6 1/3. Tippy Cup was pretty good through the last inning and 2/3. Win goes to Tammy John. She goes 3, gives up 1 earned, 2 walks. Minshew was pretty good, 1 earned through 5. Would have gone longer if it wasn't for that beanball. And then save goes to Squirrel McDuff with a perfect inning in relief. Miyuki gets top billing with Do Something, and Gardner Minshew falling behind him. Well, thank you all for tuning in to day 3 of week 13 of the SSBL. It's going to be a fun race to the finish. A lot of division races not decided yet. So be sure to be tuned in for every day, as every game is going to carry some sort of implications as we finish things off. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time. Have a good night, everyone.